All right, welcome in everybody to Dike-New Hartford Baseball here on YouTube. Wolverines back at home after a rash of games on the road. We'll talk a little bit about those as we prep you for this game. As we get going here, again, the last time Brad and I were on was the Grundy Center game 8 days ago. Feels like it's been forever because we haven't been sitting in here and did get to see much of these games that they played. So kind of starting after that game on the 5th, they went over to South Hardin, played the Tigers, won it 13-7, and they led that one 8-0 before South Hardin scored, but it ended up going 7 innings as South Hardin was able to put 4 up on them and then keep it close kind of the rest of the way. So I've got Texter got the win. He threw 3 innings, had 3 Ks and a walk. Costello on the offensive side, though, 3 for 4. He got his 3rd home run of the year. He had 7 RBIs and added a triple and a double in there in his 3 for 4. So really was just a single away from the cycle. Brad, that was just, a good bounce-back game for the Wolverines to come back and get that one after the loss to Grundy Center.
It really was, and putting up 13 runs after only putting up 2 runs against Grundy Center. And good start by the Wolverines to get the road game started.
Yeah, and then the next night they went over to Denver. It's JV Varsity set of games again. Costello got the start for the Wolverines and went the whole game and got the W. That game, a game that only went 5 innings. Wolverines led that one 6-0 after the top of the first, and again won that 11-0. Costello had 9 strikes, only 2 walks, and gave up 1 hit. Gerbrock got his first start of the season, a freshman, and he started in right field, and he went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, and had an RBI. Gudgeon then at the top of the order also went 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. So a great win there to go to really score 13 and then turn around the next night and score 11 to finish the week off for the Wolverines.
Yep, good way to, again, you're talking about 24 runs in 2 games again. So, yeah, the Wolverines keep the hot bats going in Denver.
Well, and then Monday night, last night, Wolverines went over to Appleton-Parkersburg, play a doubleheader against the Falcons. In the first game, Costello got the start, and he got the win. He threw 6 innings, had 12 Ks and only 3 walks. And Bolus came in and finished that one off for the Wolverines in that first game. They won that one 9-2. It was 1-0 when AP made a pitching change, or it was 2-0 when AP made a pitching change and brought in Tate Niemeyer. And Niemeyer, Wolverines, who had really hit him well in the game they played here, they hit him well for an inning and scored 8 runs in the 5th. Make that one a 9-0 game at that point. Ended up winning it 9-2. Meester on the offensive side, 3 for 5 with a three singles and a strikeout. So really that first one a good game there for the Wolverines, putting up 9 again. And then the nightcap. Texter got the start, and he and Davis battled 3-3 when he came out. Dancer came in. Wolverines ended up losing that one 5-3. They gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th to lose that one 5-3. But Texter did throw 5 innings, got 7 Ks, 3 walks, on no decision. But from the Wolverine side, they had 5 errors in the field and had 11 Ks against Davis from at the plate, which you're going to struggle when anytime you do that.
Yep, exactly right. And we always talk about the freebies, and you bring them 5 errors in a ball game, it's going to be tough to win. And those are what we call the freebies you don't want to do. But a good night for the Wolverines, getting some hits off of Davis. I mean, getting that confidence. Just didn't have enough down the end at the end to complete it.
Yep. And so coming into tonight, the Lions coming in here, Wolverines meet them with Wolverines have an 8-3 record, 5-2 in the NICL Central. Currently half a game behind Columbus, but they do have the doubleheader coming up with Columbus. So expecting that's going to be a battle for the conference right there that night when they play them here in a couple weeks. But for the Lions, they're 6-5 on the year, 3-3 in the North Central. What I kind of expect here tonight, I expect Wolverines after that loss in Game 2 last night to bounce back here, get back after it, and get back on the winning side.
Yeah, you get the split with AP 2-1, take that series, but you got a big 2 games coming up against Columbus, and usually what is the 3rd or 4th year in a row that the conference is going to come down to a doubleheader against Columbus.
Well, and yeah, I mean, the Wolverines got some business to take care of. You got Hudson here on Thursday, or Hudson at Hudson Thursday night, and then you've got a doubleheader against Denver next week. So, really, it's going to be up to the Wolverines to hold serve here and make that doubleheader mean something for the conference.
Yep. Don't stub your toe in the meantime.
Yep.
I mean, don't look ahead. Get the job done, and get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah, and as we look at tonight's game, I guess from my side, and Brad, I'll get your feelings as well. My keys to the game, I think the Wolverines are going to have to score early and put the pressure on the Lions. They're going to have to control the action on the field and at the plate, and they're going to have to stay clean. Again, we talk about that every game. When the Wolverines have multiple errors, they don't win, and that's just what it boils down to.
No, and it really doesn't. The Lions are going to start a sophomore, Max Larson. He's 0-1 on the season. They bat .241 as a team. They have 80 strikeouts, whereas the Wolverines bat .320 as a team and only have 69 strikeouts.
Well, and really, I mean, if you look at those are probably contained in about 5 different games.
Yeah.
Really, they don't. The games that they've really blown teams out, they haven't had a lot of strikeouts. They put the ball in play.
Yep.
As far as the Lions go, from their keys, I'm looking at they need to cool the Wolverines' bats down again. We talk about nibbling the edges, find the strike zone, and then stay in it. Yep. Work the edges of that and whatever the official's going to give you.
Yep. We see. Go ahead.
Make them. I would say make DNH make plays. Put the ball in play. Make us field. Make us do see if you can get an error or two.
Yep. Exactly.
And then again, I think we say it for everybody. No free passes.
Yep. Exactly. And after the 5 errors in the game 2 in that AP game, Wolverines are going to look to clean up their fielding tonight. So, yeah, like you said, clean fielding tonight for the Wolverines. I mean, the shortstop for the Lions leads the team in errors, but nonetheless, I mean, that it can come at any time. So.
Yep. And so again, and now we'll kind of talk about who we think players to watch tonight. So I'm starting with Connor Dancer, batting ninth. He really hit the ball hard last night in both games. Had a long fly ball that on probably any other field carries out, but that field is so deep in Parkersburg that it ended up being caught up against the fence in center. So I think, he's hit the ball hard here in the last couple games. I expect him in that 9-hole to turn the lineup over and get back to the top. And then for me, the other one is Gerbrock. He's getting his first home start. He's been in play in right field. He's going to play second to start tonight with Gudgeon on the mound. So I think he's another key here for these Wolverines.
Yep. And we talk about Lou Texter's going to have the night off in the field. Aiden Nielsen's going to be playing first for him. So see how that plays out. Again, I'm going to agree with you with Gerbrock being his first homestand, getting the start here. The Wolverines kind of have mixed up that lineup a little bit. As you said, Connor Dancer's at 9. Gerbrock's at 7. Walston moves down to 6. And Keegan Bolas moves up to 5. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this Wolverine lineup hits the ball tonight.
Well, and you said it. So I'm going to bring back what is a favorite for me, which is On This Day in Baseball History. Okay. We haven't done it at all this year. We didn't do it very much last year, but I'm bringing it back tonight for this one. Because in 1990, Nolan Ryan pitched his unprecedented 6th career no-hitter, striking out 14 batters in a 5-0 win over the A's. He's the first to pitch a no-hitter for 3 different teams and the first to throw a no-hitter in 3 different decades.
Yep.
So that was on this day in baseball history.
That's a good one.
Yep. And so, honestly, Brad, as we look at it tonight, the Wolverines have played pretty well at home. Had a couple, and really it was the loss to Columbus was, really had some errors in that one and not a clean game for the first game of the year. And then the Grundy Center one, we talked about the pitching from Grundy Center and we got some hits, just couldn't put anything together.
Nope. Let's go through that Dike-New Hartford lineup right now. Leadoff man is going to be Ryan Gudgeon. He's going to be doing the pitching tonight for the Wolverines. Colin Meester is going to be batting second, playing shortstop. Carson Costello, batting .525, is in the 3 spot, playing center field. Batting fourth, doing the DHing tonight, is Lou Texter. He's going to be DHing tonight for Aiden Nielsen, playing first. Batting fifth, Keegan Bolas in right field. Batting sixth, Micah Walston in left field. Batting seventh, Gavin Gerbrock, playing second base. Batting eighth, Cole McCumber, the senior, doing the catching. And batting ninth, Connor Dancer, playing third. So we're going to have 2 seniors, a senior on the mound and a senior behind the plate tonight. for the Wolverines.
Well, and we talked about McCumber as before we go through the Lions lineup. We've talked about McCumber and what he's done behind the plate. And he's really, I mean, he's held it down here for the Wolverines. He's done a great job of keeping the ball in front of him.
Yep.
Had a little bit of problem squeezing it once in a while, but he's cleaned that up, it looks like. So we'll hope to see him have a great night tonight.
Yeah, and I think the last time we seen Gudgeon pitch, he had a little bit of a rough outing and kind of got booted early in the game. So, let's see if Gudgeon can rebound and come back with a good game against this Clear Lake Lions lineup. And for the Clear Lake Lions, that lineup consists of Hudson Carney leading off, playing third base, Luke Furman playing shortstop, batting third, Dylan Bieber playing center field, batting fourth, Andrew Thies playing second base, batting fifth, Keaton Jepson playing right field, batting sixth, Tanner Nielsen playing first, batting seventh, Jackson Anderson doing the catching. DHing tonight for the Lions is Cade Delvaux. He's going to be DHing for the pitcher, Max Larson. And bat ninth, Nick Strayer in left field.
Well, and this is a Lion lineup that you've got three guys hitting over 300, and that's it in this lineup. But, we've talked about this, the Grundy Center game. It was not the leadoff guys that really got the Wolverines. It was that bottom of the order.
Yep.
So if you're Gudgeon, you need to bear down on those bottom of the order guys.
Yep. Keep that bottom of the order intact, and don't let that roll over into the top of the order with runners in scoring position. So, like we said, Gudgeon has to locate that strike zone, move the ball around, and keep it there.
Well, and you said Larson. Larson's getting his second start of the year. He's only thrown 4 innings on the year, so it looks like that first outing was a rough one for him. He has appeared 3 times, but as you said, 0-1. He does have 1 save. Here he hasn't. Teams don't have a hit against him, but he's given up 2 runs. He's hit 6 guys, so that's something to look at here for the Wolverines. Yep. And he's struck out 9. He does have an ERA of 9 with that shorter outing. But I think that'll be the question here as we move forward. And that looks like it is number 2. Bieber is going to be wearing number 2 tonight.
So, yeah. So, I'm going to say that's going to be the older brother of Brady Bieber. That's going to be Dylan Bieber.
Yep, that's the junior, so I need to fix that here on my sheet.
At first base, Tanner Nelson.
Because we did not have a 2 in the roster. They had 2 8s.
Yep.
All right. Well, so I'll tell you, Brad, it's one of those things. And Bieber, really, I'm looking at this lineup. He's the second best hitter on this team. We have no home runs for this team.
Oh, wow.
No home runs here for this team on the year. So, again, you look for Gudgeon to really stay ahead of these guys and get after them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's finish off the lineups here with the Wolverines lineup as Tom Texter leading us through these, and then we'll have the national anthem, and we'll be ready to roll.
Yep, sounds good.
Batting second at shortstop, Colin Meester. Batting third in center field, Carson Costello. Batting fourth, the DH, Lou Texter. He will be hitting for the first baseman, Aiden Nielsen.
You have our roster.
Batting fifth, playing right field, Keegan Bolus. Batting sixth, in left field, Micah Walston. Batting seventh, playing second base, Gavin Jabrat. Batting eighth and catching, Cole McCumber. And batting ninth, playing third base, Connor Dancer. The Wolverines are coached by head coach Jordan Martin, assistant coaches Royce Burns and Cody Woodley. Tonight's umpires are Dan Klein and Nick Willenberg. Without the efforts of these two, high school athletics would not be possible. Dike-New Hartford would like to thank them for the work they do and their partnership with high school athletics. Please join us in giving these officials a round of applause for all they do. At this time, will you stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem?
All right, we are ready to roll here in Dike. Wolverines and Lions kicking it off. Said Gudge on the mound here for the Wolverines and looking to get going right away.
It'd be a good thing for him to get that confidence back.
Well, and Gudgeon's got a decent curveball. Really on the year, this will be his second start, but he's appeared in 4 games now, 1-1. He's thrown a total of 7 innings. He's given up 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, no hit batters, 8 strikeouts, and he strikes out 1 per walk, about 1.3 per walk, an ERA of 4. But as we talked about, that was a rough outing for him the last time he started. We'll look for him to bounce back here a little bit. One of definitely the fiery leaders here of this Wolverine team.
For sure. Seen it a little bit last year, and now he's really bringing it as a senior. So let's look for that and see how how he plays tonight.
Yeah, I expect good things out of him tonight. I think Coach is really going to hope he can go for him because these arms are going to be tired.
Yep.
Bolus threw a little bit last night. I think he's available tonight. Dancer threw a little bit last night. He's probably available tonight based on number of pitches. So I think, it's one of those things where you're gonna hope to get Gudge in here as long as you can, and then see what you need to do after that.
Yep, exactly right. And he's gonna Gudgeon is gonna be facing the Kearney, Furman, and Bieber to lead it off.
Well, and Kearney, 259 on the year. He's at 10 walks, so he is patient. He's been hit 3 times, but he's also got 11 strikeouts. So we'll see if the Wolverines can. You got to keep him off the base pass because he does have 9 out. He's 9 for 10 on the stealing.
Gudgeon's first pitch of this varsity game. Down low, ball 1.
Well, and we talked about this. This is going to be finding that zone, what the umpire is going to give you.
Yep. The 1-0. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Here early, just try and find that strike zone and then work ahead. 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, good inside pitch there by Gudgeon after a couple of outside edge, trying to catch that outside edge.
Everybody at normal depth. Gudgeon kicks and delivers. Outside, 3-1.
He's mad at himself right now.
Yep.
You can see him out on the mound trying to get himself under control.
3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, full count.
Good comeback pitch by Gudgeon there to kind of come inside. It looks like Kearney's likes to swing at that inside pitch.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good job by Gudgeon to come back to get out number 1.
And probably that last pitch was probably the best one we saw.
Yep.
I think it was going to be a strike either way. Furman up next, 314 on the year. He's got 6 walks, been hit twice, 8 strikeouts. So
and Furman's only a sophomore.
Yep, and he's another good. They've got a bunch of good base stealers here. First pitch, a little up. Again, still trying to find that first called strike.
Mm-hmm. 1-0. Pitch is just downstairs. 2-0.
It's
The 2-0. That's going to get away from McCumber. 3-0.
it's a recipe for a long night. You go deep with every batter.
Yep. Well, yeah.
and you can tell how Gudge feels about it because he caught that ball barehanded back from McCumber.
Mm-hmm. The 3-0.
There it is.
Strike one.
Good one right down that inside edge.
Yep.
Again, look for what the umpire's going to give you here.
3-1. Strike
There we
two.
go.
Full count again. Second batter that has seen that. Gudgeon's going to deliver the full count pitch. Grounded in the hole. Meester deep. Fires it across. Doesn't get scooped by Nielsen.
Skips away. Yeah, that was I think that was going to be safe anyway because Meester was so deep in the hole there.
Infield single.
Yep, we'll give it a single.
Will bring up the center fielder.
Good job by Meester not to let that thing trickle in the outfield, though.
But
to allow Furman another base, possibly.
Two batters with 6 pitches each, so 12 pitches already on the night
Yep.
for Gudgeon.
Furman has his lead. Nielsen holding him on. Gudgeon delivers. Lifted high, foul off to the right.
You know, like I said, Furman, he's attempted 7 steals and he's been safe on 6 of them. So again, looks like he's going to try and get a good jump here and see if he can take that base.
The pitch. Good scoop by McCumber to keep it in front. That's low, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one on. Gudgeon's going to clean the ball off a little bit. Gudgeon delivers. Just outside. 2-1.
Well, one of those rare nights, softball wasn't playing tonight.
Nope.
So
Got the
looks like
softball
we got
girls.
some of the softball girls out here for the game.
2-1 on Bieber. Gonna chase him back. Two balls, one strike, one out, one on. Gudgeon. Gonna chase him
good
back
play.
again.
Got him.
Got him out at first.
Great pickoff move. Caught him leaning.
Play for the second out.
Gudgeon with a great move to first.
Boy, and he
Nielsen a great tag, and
Yep.
they had him leaning.
delivered a strike to Nielsen for the tag. 2 outs now, and a 2-1 count on the number 3 hitter, Dylan Bieber. The pitch. Strike
Good
2.
pitch. Well, and so far, Gudgeon looks a lot more comfortable out of the windup than the stretch.
2-2. Grounded to Meester. Gloves it. Throws.
Great play.
In time. Lions go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the first after this.
All right, throw is down, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Gudgeon coming up, wiping out that back line as always. He's going to get a chance to start this one off here.
Against the sophomore Max Larson. Big kid for a sophomore. Throws hard.
And not often, but I mean, I guess often enough. Gudgeon, Meester, and Costello, the top 3 hitters currently on this Wolverine team.
Yep. Gudgeon batting .342.
Here comes the first pitch.
Gudgeon takes strike 1 inside.
Well, and I think we're starting to get a feel for where the strikes are going to be called.
0-1. Curveball got him swinging. Back to the backstop. Gudgeon quickly down 0-2. The 0-2 by Larson. Got him looking outside corner. Strike 3.
Tough pitch.
We'll bring up the shortstop, Colin Meester.
Oh, and we talked about Meester here during the pregame. He's been on a little bit of a tear here. You know, started the year off hitting balls right at guys. Now he's found some gaps.
Meester swings and misses. Strike 1. Larson is ready. Is down at the shoe tops, 1-1.
Oh, Meester, one of those batters that doesn't really get fooled.
Nope. 1 ball, 1 strike. The delivery. That went behind him. I don't think that hit him, but.
No, I think he got out of the way, but that was pretty dang close.
Mm-hmm. Meester's been hit 2 times so far this year.
Well, and a couple years ago, he was right up there with Reineke for most hit on the year.
The 2-1. Meester's going to drive one into left center. Back on is the center fielder. Makes the play.
Yeah, he tracked it and got after it. Meester gave it a pretty good ride, though.
Boy, yeah.
Well, and here comes Costello. Costello, who started the year off so hot.
Yep.
He's had a down game here and there, had a couple of rough ones last night on the plate, but he threw so well that, you know, he more than made up for it in game 1.
Mm-hmm. Strike 1. So far, Larson's been working ahead. Larson's next pitch. Costello swings and misses. Strike 2.
Larson, a lot of movement on that ball.
Costello, strikeout victim 6 times so far. That pitch is outside. 1-2.
Good job of laying off that one.
Mm-hmm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on. 2 outs. Costello fouls an inside pitch off, and he'll live to see a 1-2 pitch over again.
Probably a good fight off because that was going to be borderline, and so a good job of hacking at it.
The 1-2 do-over. Costello swings and misses. Strike 3, so a pair of strikeouts for Larson. And the Wolverines go down in order, and we'll be going to the top of the second after this.
All right, back here for the top of the second. 0-0. Wolverines. Gudgeon back on the mound here as the Wolverines struggled there in the bottom of the first.
Second baseman Andrew Thies.
It'll be Thies, Jepson, and Nielsen. Thies, a senior. Takes strike one from Ryan Gudgeon.
There again, we talked about it. You need Gudgeon to work quick.
Thies bats .297. That's dribbled in the hole to Gerbrock. Makes the play for out number one.
Freshman to freshman. Gerbrock to Nielsen.
The right fielder, Keaton Jepson.
Good play by Gerbrock.
Oh, and he did play a little bit of second base last night in game 2, as the Wolverines had to when Dancer came in and Gudgeon had to go play third. So he has got experience in the infield.
Brings in Jepson, a freshman, playing right field. Gudgeon throws down low, ball one. 1-0. Gudgeon's going to rock and fire.
Got
Strike one.
Had him bailing out on that one.
1-1. Jepson, as a freshman, only bats .197.
179.
Oh, excuse me, 179.
The numbers are all there. We're good. Ball 2
Yep.
stays up and in.
2-1.
Sometimes I crack myself up.
It is
It's a good
what
thing because nobody else lasts.
It is what it is. 2-1. That's driven into left center. Spells trouble. Walson on his horse, and that's going to be a
outta
home
here.
run for the freshman, Jepson. Excuse me.
Home run.
Jepson.
Makes it 1-0 Lions.
Well, and one of those, I think one of those Gudgeon just left up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jepson turned on it.
Yep. First home run of the year for the team.
Yeah, yeah. And we talked a little bit about this, but this park, you do see some home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Brings up the first baseman Tanner Nelson.
Ball
Pitches a
outside.
ball.
Gudgeon just has to cool down and relax. Pitches upstairs, 2-0.
Well, and he's been up on quite a few pitches here tonight, so look to see him bring it down just a little.
3-0. Three balls, no strikes, one out. Strike one.
That's one of those you should get every time.
Yep. Jackson Anderson on deck. The 3-1. Driven right out of play. Full count. Three and two on Nielsen. Swing and miss, strike three.
Good comeback pitch right there down the middle. Just blew it by him.
Strikeout for the second.
Second strikeout for Gudgeon
Brings
in
up
the game.
catcher Jackson Anderson.
Another freshman batting.
Anderson here on the year is a 146 hitter.
Strike one.
By percentage, the worst percentage hitter that they have in the lineup.
Pitch stays up. 1-1. One ball, one strike, two outs. The pitch.
There
Strike
we got
two.
the bend.
1-2 now. Driven back up the middle towards Gudgeon.
Might have come off his heel.
Gudgeon. Excuse me,
Gerbrock
Gerbrock
couldn't come up with
bobbled it.
He couldn't come up clean with it. That's going to be a runner on.
Infield single for Jackson Anderson.
But that one looked like it might have got Gudgeon just in the heel a little bit.
Hey, Dillero.
Brings in Dillero.
So we are going to have a runner for Anderson. It is number 3. That is Dontrell Johnson, sophomore, running at first.
Dontrell Johnson,
I believe, is it courtesy runner? Was that the...
Running, Dontrell Johnson.
Johnson with his lead. Not very big lead.
Nope. The pitch.
He's going. McCumber comes up throwing.
Oh, would have had him too,
Yep.
I think. Just offline of Drew Brock.
Just couldn't come down with it.
The steal for Johnson.
Good throw by McCumber.
Yeah, Johnson on the year, that makes him 7 for 7 in steals. So
1-0.
One of those guys that just comes in to run, but
Good block by McCumber. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Gudgeon's next pitch. Lifted high. That's going to stay in play, I believe. Nielsen.
couldn't quite get there. That one's going to be right up against the fence.
So it's 1-2 now.
2-1.
2-1. Gudgeon's offering to Dillero. Is on its way. Upstairs, 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Driven off to the right.
Boy.
Full count again.
Well, and this is, I don't even know how many batters this is that Gudgeon's gone full count on.
Fourth one.
Fourth one. Yeah, that's just, you're getting deep into counts
Yep.
here. And
The payoff. In the hole to Meester. Has it. Throws it. Gloves
good
it
scoop.
by Aiden Nielsen. But the Lions score one on the home run by Jepson and lead 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this.
All right, we are back here in Dike for the bottom of the second on that home run. Wolverines trail this one 1-0. Texter going to lead this one off for the Wolverines.
Texter, Bolus, and Walston.
And Texter, as you said, Texter getting a little bit of a break, DHing tonight. Getting a little bit of break out in the field. Bolus, right behind him, has been really hot this year for the Wolverines.
Texter's going to step in. Left-handed batter. The pitch. Texter takes one outside. Ball one. Larson's next pitch. Texter's going to drive one in the hole.
Oh, first baseman got caught off. Can he beat it?
He does.
Yep,
he
he
does.
beats it out at first. Texter with the blazing speed down the first baseline.
Call the fire department to put that one out.
First hit for the Wolverines tonight. Let's see what they can do with it. Yeah, that was one. First baseman turned to go after it, took 3 steps, and then realized it was going more towards second.
Brings in the second left-handed batter in Keegan Bolus. Texture has his lead. Nielsen holding him on. That one gets away.
Lou thought about it.
Not with that blazing speed.
He thought about it, though.
Yep, it was the thought that counts.
Well, and here you go. This is where if you're, in a one-run game, you throw one of those away, and it could be disastrous.
Texture takes his lead. The pitch. Bolus squares to bunt, takes ball 1.
Well, and this is something Bolus has done a really good job of getting bunts down here on the season. So
brings the third baseman Carney in on the grass. 1-0. That pitch is outside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, no outs, 1 on. Lou has his lead. That's going to be lined back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit.
Bolus right back up the middle. And honestly, last night, that's where all his hits went, was right up the middle. So a good job of staying hot by Bolus.
Second hit for the Wolverines. Wolverines are in business with Micah Walston coming up.
Here comes another lefty.
Mm-hmm.
This part of the lineup full of lefties. So and Brock going to get the at-bat behind Walston. So
Carney even at the bag at third. Nielsen deep at first. Walston's going to lift one foul.
That's going to get out of play. That is an interesting move there by Larson there on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
He almost turns like he's going to second.
Yep.
And his foot must not cross because it's a balk if it does. But it must not.
Walston down in the count, 0-1. That pitch is outside, 1-1.
Lou trying to get in his mind a little bit out there at second.
Runners take their lead. Nobody holding Bolus on at first, though. The pitch. Curveball misses outside, 2-1.
That one got some late break, but it was too far out.
Larson's ready. Walston takes 3-1 now.
Well, and I'll tell you, Brad, I saw something last night. Walston put a bunt down right down the third baseline. Perfect bunt. I've never seen Walston bunt before.
3-1. The pitch. That pitch is outside. So that's going to load the bases for the freshman Jabrock.
Well, and here's another one. Jabrock has hit the ball well, but he is capable of putting the ball down. I don't know if you suicide with Lou, though, at third.
Mm-hmm. See what happens.
Well, here you go. Bases loaded, nobody out. You got to put a couple across here.
Infield plays in. Jabrock takes one, lifts one foul. Is it going to stay in play?
Nope.
It does not. Oh and 1. Larson's going to get ready. The runners take their lead.
That one's going to stay. That's foul territory, but
Carney's in there to make the play for out number 1.
That's going to bring up McCumber and look for the senior to put something in play here and try and get a run across. Tie this one up.
Outfield deep. Larson's ready. Runners take their lead.
Ooh, just about got him. Lou dives back into third. That is cat quick out there.
Cat quick reflexes by Dexter. 1-0. The pitch. Oh, he's going to foul it back towards us.
Off the
1-1.
roof.
One ball, one strike on Cole McCumber. Connor Dancer on deck. Strike two.
Now I'm convinced Lou just wants to get dirty.
Mm-hmm. 1-2. The 1-2 by Larson. Cumber's going to fight it off. They're going to play at the plate for one.
And they
Double play. They get the one.
Got the double play.
Double play ends the second. We'll move to the top of the third.
We'll go to the top of the third after this.
All right, we're back here for the top of the third. Wolverines, just made that comment here when we were off air, Brad, that we've seen way too many bases loaded with less than 2 outs and not getting a run across.
Exactly.
Wolverines going to have to find a way to take advantage of those.
Exactly right. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for the Lions. Strayer, Carney, and Furman.
Strayer 179 on the year.
Pitch is outside, ball one.
9 strikeouts. This is a team with, as you said, with 80 strikeouts on the season, and Wolverines are not getting them right now. There it is.
1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Strike
Same
2.
spot. Good pitch by Gudgeon. He found that strike on the outside edge.
1-2 now on Strayer. Chopped high to Dancer, gloves it.
Oh,
Throws Nielsen off the base.
The error will bring up the third baseman, Hudson Carter.
And that was a Dancer it was in between, so he had to charge and hope he found that hop, or he had to wait for it, and he waited for it, and then the throw just a little bit off to Nielsen at first.
So a runner on, brings in the top of the order. Strike 1 to Carney. Well, you talk about no freebies, and that was a freebie. Strayer, good lead at first. Outside, 1-1.
Oh, we've seen Gudgeon go to first one time and get the out on the pickoff.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, no outs. Here's the pitch by Gudgeon. Drops it in, but no call. We got ball 2.
That curveball didn't quite break enough for him.
2-1. Gudgeon peers over at Strayer. Now throws back. 2-1, yep. Strayer have any stolen bases? Driven high, center field. Costello drifts over into left center. Makes the play for out number 1.
Strayer is 3 for 3 on the year, so he doesn't run very much.
Flies out to center field.
But a good play out there by Costello.
Shortstop Luke Furman.
Furman singled his first time up to bat. They're going to chase. Ooh, that was closer than what we really want, or what we want. Almost had Strayer picked off. Gudgeon delivers home. Just outside. 1-0.
We'll see if he can get Strayer leaning.
1-0 on Furman. Driven into center. Costello in a couple steps. Makes the play. Out number 2.
Fly out to Costello for the second out of the inning.
Well, and there again, a couple good fly balls here with a runner on. You can bring up Dylan Bieber, the 315 hitter, or 316 hitter on the year.
Junior.
Only 3 strikeouts, so puts the ball in play quite a bit. There we go.
Gudgeon starts him off with strike 1. Oh and 1. Strayer has his lead. Gudgeon, the delivery. Strike 2.
Good pitch.
0 and 2 on Bieber. The 0-2. And
time called.
Time called.
Gudgeon shook off McCumber a couple times there. Now he's got what he wants.
The pitch. It's in the dirt.
Good block.
Yep. 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Gudgeon's pitch. Way outside, 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Gudgeon's delivery. Driven out of play off to the right.
Close enough there on that to that strike that Bieber had to take a shot at it.
Still 2 and 2. Lifted high. That's going to
infield. McCumber after it.
McCumber makes the play. Good job by Cole McCumber to get Bieber out. And no runs. So we'll go to the bottom of the third after this.
All right, back here in Dike for the bottom of the third. Wolverines trail this one 1-0. Looking to get something going here in the third inning.
It'll be Connor Dancer, Ryan Gudgeon, Colin Meester to face Max Larson here Bottom of the third.
Well, and as we talked about, this 9 spot for the Wolverines, I always want to turn over to the top of the order. So we'll look for Dancer to find a way on.
Larson's first pitch of the third inning. It's going to be lined up the middle. Good backhanded play.
Yep.
And that's going to be out number 1.
A good piece of hitting. Dancer hit it hard again, just right at the second baseman. And, I mean, really had to move one step.
Yep.
And backhand it. But, you know, that's one of those that it's a tough play. And Dancer hit it hard.
Brings in Ryan Gudgeon.
Gudgeon strikeout victim to start the night.
Looks for redemption here. Gudgeon takes ball low. Center fielder Bieber shaded just into left center. Gudgeon's going to drive one foul off to the right, 1-1. The 0-1. Gudgeon's going to drive one into
into
right
the
center. That could be, nope, just going to be a single.
Bieber did a good job of covering ground, but with him playing over to the left side, that was gonna be a struggle for him.
Shortstop Colin Meester.
Great piece of hitting there by Gudgeon. And we'll look for Meester to keep it going. And we are going to have a runner. That is going to be Cam Decker, going to run for the pitcher Gudgeon. Tell you, last night, Brad, in I think it was that first game. It was one of the 2 games last night. Decker came in and ran, stole second, stole third when the Wolverines showed bunt, and the third baseman came flying in. Nobody covered third, and he just walked to third basically. But stole 2 bases, then scored on a hit. So you look for him to do something here.
Down in the dirt. Ball 1 to Colin Meester.
Decker couldn't quite read it, so.
No.
But I would not be surprised to see him take off here.
Yep. 1-0. They're going to chase Decker back. He's in there safely.
Another good piece of trivia, Brad. Davis, the first time Decker was on the field at first, he threw at him 12 times in that single at bat.
Nice. 1-0. Decker. He's going to drive it foul right back at us. 1-1. One and one on Colin Meester. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
I think that one ball hit him.
I think so too. Meester kind of looked it back, but
all right. Well, gonna have to hit with 2 strikes here.
Yep. Decker still hasn't taken off yet. Good lead by Decker. Nielsen holding him on. That's in the dirt. Good block. 2-2.
No, I don't have it on here. I thought I did, but I must not have printed it out.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Colin Meester. Cam Decker on first with a good lead. Meester's going to chop one foul past Martin.
Martin just watches it.
Yep. Lives to see a 2-2 over again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Larson peers back at first. Oh my goodness. Got Meester on the inside corner.
Strikeout for the second out.
Excuse me. Out number 2. Strikeout number 2.
Center fielder Carson Costello.
Costello strikeout victim in the first, looking to redeem himself as well. But here again, looking at, they're going to give him the right field line. I don't know if that's right or if that's a good thing to do.
Decker. Strike 1.
Wow.
Strike zone's kind of expanded a little bit. 0-1 on Carson Costello. Decker takes off. There's the throw. That
Bounced in, but good cover by the second baseman, and Decker will steal second.
Stolen base for Decker.
1-1.
Yep, 1-1 here on
Costello.
Costello. Now, if he can put something in play with Decker's speed, you got a chance to score right here. If he can get one in the outfield.
The 1-1. Costello swings and misses. Strike 2. Oh and two, excuse me, 1-2. Costello swings and misses. Strike 3. That's going to retire the side. Wolverines leave one on base, and we'll go to the top of the 4th after this.
All right, we are back here for the top of the 4th. Wolverines trail this 1-0. Gudgeon back on the mound for another inning of work.
It'll be Thies, Jepson, and Nielsen.
Leading off, the center fielder, Dylan Bieber.
No.
I think it's Thies.
Correction, Andrew Thies.
First pitch is strike.
0-1. Fouled back.
Way up here. If you're Gudgeon, make him hit yours here.
No balls, 2 strikes. Gudgeon peers in at McCumber. Long look. Now we got time. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. Good pitch by Gudgeon to get these.
Yep, a good curve there coming back. Jepson going to come up here.
Out number 1, Jepson, the homer in the bottom of the 1st, and he's going to be 2 for 2 with a single up the middle.
Just nice and easy one up the middle.
Single up the middle for Jepson. Brings up the first baseman, Tanner Nelson.
Don't have to swing very hard, just poke it out there. It'll go.
Kept him in the park, so that's good. That's an improvement.
Yep. Brings in number 15, Tanner Nielsen, the first baseman. Tanner, a 276 hitter. That's on high.
Should be
Meester.
Meester flown back. Costello coming in.
Everything. Meester makes the play.
That's a tough play there, but good play by Meester.
Meester makes the grab for the second out. We'll bring up the catcher, Jackson.
One pitch.
Anderson.
It's kind of tough to fall back that far and make the play.
Yeah, good job of staying focused on it. Anderson, 146 coming into tonight, 11 strikeouts.
Singled his first time up to bat. Gudgeon starts him off with ball 1 outside. Gudgeon's going to come back. Shallow. Meester on the run. Makes the play.
Good talk. Called off Gerbrod.
So, good job by Meester. The Lions leave one, score nobody. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth after this. That has a good arm.
All right, yeah, he does. We're back here in the bottom of the fourth. Going to be Texter starting this off. Wolverines looking to get something going.
Texter, part of that bases loaded inning in the second. Just Wolverines unable to ink anything across.
Well, Texter started that one off with a good hit in between first and second.
Texter to face Larson. Texter takes strike one. Oh and 1. That pitch is way outside. 1-1 on Lou.
Well, and here again, any way you can get on base, got to get some base runners here.
Texter swings and misses strike 2. One and 2. He's going to chop one in the hole. Shortstop long throw. Boy, that was
Just
closer.
got him.
Yeah, closer than
Shortstop double clutched a little bit on it.
Play by the shortstop for the first out. Brings up the right fielder.
out number
Ian
1.
Bolus.
Bolus singled his first time up to bat.
Bolus has been back up the middle quite a bit here in the last few games, so we'll look to see if he can keep that streak going.
Larson's first pitch to Bolus, way outside, ball 1. Bolus, a .321 hitter.
And
I
got hit.
think that hit him, and it did.
Bolus hit by the pitch. Brings up the left fielder, Micah Walston.
Walston walked in that second inning. Gonna look to get his bat on something here. And the way he hits it, if he gets his bat on it.
He has to square it up first. Right fielder deep. That is Jepson. Low and outside, ball 1. Just above the belt, 2-0.
Good job of laying off that high one by Walston.
Bolus has his lead. Nielsen holding him on. The pitch. Walson takes down low, 3-0. Jabrock on deck. The 3-0 by Larson. Outside, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk.
Walston takes his second walk here of the night. Now, we're going to have time. We're going to have a quick conversation.
Walk to Walston brings up the second baseman, Gavin Jubrock.
That could spell the end, but we don't know.
I think he's just looks like he might be overthrowing a little bit. And coach going to talk to him, so.
Jabrock flied out to the flied out in foul territory.
Didn't even get a chance to get to it because they're already off field.
Two on, one out. Freshman Gavin Jabrock in the box. Batting .286. Only.
Well, we're going to see here with only one out. Third baseman about even with the bag. So you wonder if he'll try and put one down.
First baseman's deep.
Yeah, he tried to, but he bunted it up in the air. And they're going to throw that one away.
Oh, and they're still going to take off for third.
Bolus is still going to make it to third.
Wow.
We ended up with what we wanted, but not quite the way we wanted.
No.
As Jurok bunted that one up in the air.
For the first out. The second out. Runner advances on an error.
Brings in Cole McCumber.
Brings up the catcher, Cole McCumber.
McCumber right here. Come through, get yourself a base hit.
Strike one to McCumber. Again, Wolverines looking at runners on the corners with 2 outs. Trying to put something across. Larson delivers the 0-1. And he's going to be fisted right back to the pitcher for out number 3. Wolverines strand 2, and we'll go to the bottom or top of the 5th after this.
All right, Brad, back here for the top of the 5th. That the Wolverines struggling to find a way to get runs across right now.
They are struggling tonight.
Leading off the top of the 5th.
It'll be Delarose, Strayer.
D.H. K. Dillero.
And Carney. Gudgeon's first pitch of the 5th inning. Driven into the left, and that's going to be a base hit for Delarose.
The single for Dillero brings up the left fielder, Nick Strayer.
Strayer reached on an error. Dancer in on the grass at third. Strayer squares to bunt. Lays one down. Cumber gloves it.
Ooh.
Good play.
Way to get up for it
Yep.
by Nielsen.
The sack bunt moves Dillero to second. That'll bring up the third baseman, Hudson Carney.
Carney. Leadoff man. 0 for 2. 1 out. Gudgeon's pitch. Takes strike 1.
Good start there by Gudgeon.
0-1. Gudgeon's going to deliver. Down low, that gets by McCumber, and Dillero's going to be on third.
Pass ball advances a runner.
1-1. One ball, one strike. 1 out. The pitch. Strike 2. Gudgeon could live on that inside corner. The 1-2 by Ryan Gudgeon. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. That's going to be out number 2.
Great comeback pitch there by Gudgeon. Shook off McCumber a couple times and came back with that strike.
The strikeout will bring up the shortstop, Luke Furman.
4th strikeout by Gudgeon. Brings in Furman with 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal depth. Driven to the first, and under the glove of Dancer. That's going to play to run. 2-0. On the hot shot by Furman to third.
Yeah, that's a tough spot there with that lip and everything else. It took a little hop on him.
The hit.
Now batting the center fielder, Dylan Bieber.
The pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. 1-0. Lifted high foul off to the right. Gonna make the grass. 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Curveball misses. 2-1. Gudgeon's ready. Nubbed foul. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes in a 2-0 ball game. Clear Lake up. Gudgeon's gonna deliver the 2-2. Outside, 3-2.
Good job by McCumber coming out of his stance and going and getting that. Keep the runner at first.
First full count appearance now since the second inning. Lifted high.
Walston's going to sit underneath it.
Makes the play for out number 3. Wolverines get out of it, but Clear Lake scores 1, leads 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th right after this. whereas Larson's only thrown.
All right, back here in
55.
Dike. For the bottom of the fifth, Wolverines now trail this 2-0, looking to get something going, starting with Dancer.
It'll be Dancer, Gudgeon, and Meester. We were talking a little off air. Gudgeon has thrown 73 pitches, and Max Larson, the sophomore's only thrown 55.
Well, Gudgeon's gone deep on a lot of guys as far as number of pitches, and Wolverines have been aggressive.
Ooh, checks his swing. No call.
No appeal.
1-0. We've only seen one full, no, not even a full count from Larson tonight. Did
Foul
that
ball. Yeah, I think he fouled it off his foot.
Okay. 1-1.
Yep.
Now batting for the Wolverines, third baseman Connor Dancer.
One and one. Larson's 1-1. Dancer's going to foul it off. 2-1. Or excuse me, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Here it comes. Oh my!
Tough one to watch.
It is 2-2.
I mean, I'll take it, but man, that's a tough one to watch with two strikes.
Just above the belt. 2-2. That's 3-2. Here's the first full count. Full count pitch coming to Connor Dancer.
Connor's gonna hang.
Yep, gonna live to see one more.
Well, and this is what the Wolverines are going to need to do. You got to make him throw a bunch of pitches.
The 3-2 do-over from Larson. Down low. That's going to be ball 4.
Good for Connor, but man, that was a tough one to watch.
He'll bring up the pitcher, Ryan.
Whatever works.
Yep. All right, Gudgeon, got to help yourself out here. Any way on.
Yep.
Here again, we need a couple, so you can't do it with one swing.
Carney comes a little bit in on the grass. Just on the edge of the grass. Dancer takes his lead. Nielsen holding him on. Gudgeon takes it high and inside.
Yeah, it went up and in. I mean, we talked about it. Larson's gone. Most innings have been 4 2/3.
Curveball down low, 2-0.
So we're getting to that point where we're at probably the limit of what he's thrown this year.
Nobody warming up either side. 2-0 count on the leadoff man, Ryan Gudgeon. Chase Connor Dancer back.
Ball came out of his glove.
Dancer back to his lead. Larson looks back. Gudgeon takes just above the belt, 3-0.
On here,
Well,
if you're Larson, when does the frustration start to set in?
Yep. The 3-0.
Gudgeon loves to show that, and that's
That
way
was
inside.
Way tight. 4-pitch walk.
I'll tell you, though, watching Gudgeon, that's what he loves to do when he gets 3-0, is he'll flash that bat out there.
Meester.
And we are going to have Decker is going to run again for Gudgeon.
Cam Decker will run for Gudgeon.
So Connor Dancer will have to be on his horse if anything's,
Yep.
because you have the 200 state champion right behind you.
Chasing him.
Yep. Don't want to play tag with that guy.
No. Well, and no, not being held on, so I expect Decker to have a huge lead here.
Meester takes strike one.
Which, I mean, after, 4 straight balls, or 8 straight balls, that's a good watch by Meester to
Meisher's been a victim, though, of that inside
He
strike.
has.
Now he takes one outside. 1-1.
Well, Larson has worked that inside, that call it that left-hand side of the plate so much that now trying to get back to the other side is a tough pitch to go get.
1-1.
That
Outside.
still doesn't look, I mean,
Yeah, you got Connor. You got Dancer almost running back to second.
well, just it looks funny, and that's the thing is it doesn't mean it's illegal. It just looks funny from where we're at.
2-1. He's just going to lift one foul. Get out of the way, guys.
Oh, one hop. Good play.
2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, got
that-
him in the helmet.
Yikes. Meisher doesn't look at anything.
He
Larson
may
kind
not
of.
be able to.
Meister hit by the pitch. Brings up the
Yikes.
center fielder, Carson Costello.
Well, Costello up here. Here we go. Bases loaded. Nobody out. 3-4-5. And that is going to be a new pitcher. So we're going to have, it looks like a right fielder. Jepson is going to come in
For Larson?
for Larson.
Is Larson going to come back?
Nope,
no,
it's
he-
going to be the DH is going to go out.
So the
So 22,
Dillero.
yeah, he's going to go out.
No, new pitcher. Is it just
Jepson is the right fielder.
Keaton Jepson.
The new pitcher is Keaton Jepson.
So Jefferson, he's got one start, one appearance. He's 1-0 on the year. He's only thrown 4 innings,
Dillero's going to right.
but he does have.
Dillero.
He's only given up 3 hits and 3 walks, but he only has 2 strikeouts. So you look here for the Wolverines to put this one in play, and interesting warm up here because you only get X number of pitches, and he's not on the mound.
Nope.
Just warming up here in front of it. As his first batter is going to be Carson Costello with the bases loaded. And again, we talked about it with, you've got Dancer at third, Decker standing on second, and Meister on first. And really, if you're Costello, you find some green for this, you're going to score 2 because Decker's going to be on his horse. And as we stated, he is the 200-meter state champ in 2A.
So 71 pitches thrown by Larson.
Yeah, I think he just was getting a little wild.
Yep.
And you know, you gotta with a lead, you got your decision making becomes a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, here again, we have talked about this over the years. That seems like when we see a new pitcher come in a situation like this, the Wolverines have come up big. And you're gonna have Costello and Texter. Costello, Texter, and Bolus here, the next 3. So you're looking for a couple hits, get yourself right back in this game.
Don't kill it. Just put it in play.
Nope. And if you're Costello, you stay in there and get a good one here.
Infield in on the grass. Trying to cut him down at home.
Now batting center fielder, Carson.
Well, and if he can pull one or push one, he's going to have a hole to put it through. All right, here we go. First pitch.
Right fielder
Didn't like it.
Dillero. Shallow, looks like. Jepson throws him way outside. Ball 1.
Well, and this is where it gets dangerous because if you try and make a play like you throw it down to third, if you throw it away, again, you're probably scoring 2.
Yep. 1-0. Jepson's next pitch. Carson Costello.
And there's the throw down. And
1-1. Stella swung at that one low and down the middle, though. 1-1. Stella swings and misses strike 2. 1-2. The 1-2. And he got him swinging, strike 3.
Yep, busted one outside and caught him being aggressive.
Out number 1, strikeout number 1, brings in Lou Texter.
All right, Lou, stay hot here. Let's go.
The first pitch, it's outside, ball 1.
Well, this is where it's tough. Oh, and we're going to have a quick conference as I think that one crossed up the catcher. I think that one crossed up Anderson there behind the plate. Let's go have a quick conversation. But here again, if you're Lou, you got to get this one to the outfield. Give yourself a chance.
1-0. Jepson's pitch. Outside, 2-0.
Oh, definitely getting into hitter counts here.
Jepson, ready? That pitch is
3-0.
outside. 3-0 on Lou.
Square it up and show him it, Lou.
Yeah, he's going to probably.
Square it up and show you. Everybody in this place knows you're taking this ball. Square it up, show him the bat. There you go.
There he does. Lou doing the dance in the left-handed batter's box.
Ball 4.
Ball
That's going to
4,
walk in
yep.
the first run for the Wolverines. And now you've got, I will say, the fastest guy on the team standing at third base.
And it brings up the right fielder, Keegan Bolus.
So here, Bolus can come up big with a base hit here. Anything out in the grass. Because you've got, again, as I said, you got some speed there at third.
That's in the dirt.
Yep.
Ball 1.
That's the tough part right here is with who you got. With Cam Decker standing at third, you got to be careful.
Do you just flash the bunt just to make him think?
If you can get it down, you could squeeze right here.
Outside, 2-0.
Oh, he throws it third. Decker going to take off. They're going to. He's under it. Ball came out. Decker got under it, and the ball popped out of the catcher's glove on the collision at home. Cam Decker with that speed.
Decker is safe at home. It's the ball shot out of the catcher's glove.
I'll tell you, Brad, that was. I wondered if he wouldn't take off on a throw to third, but
2-0.
so we are 2-0 here on Bolus.
As the Wolverines have tied this ball game in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, and a walk, and then, you utilize Decker's speed there at third. Bolus right here looking to get the Wolverines continue to score runs.
Bolus 11 RBIs this year. Looks to add on to it. The 2-0. That's just upstairs and outside.
Well, we haven't seen a called strike.
In 7 pitches.
Yep. Well, and even the one on Costello wasn't. He swung through it, so even that one was outside.
The 3-0. He's going to flash the bunt sign. That's
Ball 4.
outside.
Bolus will take his base. Load the bases back up here. 4. And we're going to have a time and a conference here on the mound. I don't think we'll have a change yet, but
we'll see what happens here.
Coach has spent a lot of time out here on the mound. I think he's, again, just trying to calm his pitcher down. Jepson's is a freshman. Oh, they are going to make the change. So
So Jepson's going to go back to right.
Is it going to be, is that 15? I think it's 15 coming in. I think it's going to be Nelson. Nelson's going to take the mound,
Jepson will move back to right field.
and Dillereau is going to move into first.
Now pitching.
Okay. So first baseman will be Dillereau.
So here, Wolverines are able to scratch 2 right away here with 1 out. Looking to get 1 more, take the lead.
So Nelson's got to go to first. Or excuse me, Nielsen's pitch and Dillereau's going to go to first. And Dillereau to first, Nielsen to pitch, and Jepson back to right.
All right, so Wolverines right now looking to scratch 1 more, take this lead. And that's Meester, who got hit in the helmet, standing at third base.
The Wolverines will be in action again tomorrow night here at home against Wapsie Valley.
All right, we are ready to roll. Nelson, a sophomore on the season. He's got 2 appearances, thrown 4 innings. He's got 1 save,
Now batting the
7
left fielder,
strikeouts
senior
and 4
Michael
walks.
Walston.
Only 2 hits against. Walston, who's been real patient at the plate tonight. Nelson's going to step off. Again, you've got Meester at third, Texter at second, Bolus at first.
Nielsen's first pitch. That's going to hit Walsner on the bounce, doesn't it?
It still counts as a hit batter.
Yep.
That's going to score a run.
Pitch. That'll score Meester, making it 3-2 Wolverines.
Here comes Gavin Brock up in a big spot here with 1 out.
And it will bring up second baseman Gavin Jabrock.
Oh, swings through the first one. He was aggressive, but he was out in front.
0-1.
Brock gets set. Here comes the pitch.
He's going
gonna-
to chop one.
Oh, and he comes out of the
Foul,
third baseman's
yep.
glove. Texter's going to score, and everybody's going to be safe. Error on the third
Error on
baseman.
the third baseman.
But again, sometimes you just got to put it in play.
Run scores on the soft ground ball.
Here
That brings
comes
up the catcher,
Cole McCumber, looking to get hot here. First pitch is a strike.
0-1. 1 out. Bases full of
It's
Wolverines.
been a while since we've seen a called strike, Brad.
Yes, it has. Nelson ready. Delivers. McCumber's going to...
Oh, he turned on it.
Does
but
it go...
too much? Wow, he hit that a long ways, but he was ahead of it.
Yes, he was.
Well, and we've
0-2.
seen that out of Cole in the past. I mean, he played JV a couple years ago and hit 3-4 home runs, so he's capable of turning on one. Now 0-2, you got to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson comes.
Oh, and he hangs
Cover
in there.
fouls it off.
0-2, yep.
Just keep hanging till you find one you like.
Yep. Nelson back on the rubber. Runners take their lead. The pitch. Ooh,
Ooh, that's
goodness.
a tough one to watch with 2 strikes. Oh,
1-2.
I give him credit, but that is a tough one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. The pitch. Cumber's going to foul it off in the glove
Yep.
for out number 2.
It's going to bring up Connor Dancer.
Strikeout for out number 2. Brings up the third baseman, Connor Dancer.
Dancer led this inning off.
Say that's what I thought. Wolverines have batted around. First pitch is in tight on Dancer. 1-0 quickly.
Nielsen's ready. The pitch.
At
Down
low.
low. 2-0.
Well, no place to put Dancer here.
Nope.
Bases are loaded. Bolus, Walston, Gerbrock. Third is first.
Good speed on the base pads. The 2-0 to Dancer. That's
There's the
strike
strike.
one.
Well,
2-1.
you're still in a pretty good count if you're Dancer here.
The 2-1 delivery. It's going to swing and miss, strike two.
Well, 2-2 here. Now, if you're counter, you just want to fight here again. You want to try and put something in play, make them make a play.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Outside.
Ooh, wow. Full count. Got to protect here.
Yeah, this is big pitch right here.
The 3-2. Runners take off, and that's going to be down low, ball four.
Bolus comes home. The Wolverines will score another one.
Scores Bolus. Makes it 5-2 Wolverines.
Well, and here comes Gudgeon.
And it brings up the pitcher.
Gudgeon walked his last time up to bat.
Yep. Part of this rally the Wolverines have put together.
2 outs, still bases full of Wolverines. Wow, that carries off.
And a big bounce.
Oh, it goes right by.
Yeah, it went right by the pitcher. Walston comes home.
Walston had to skip over that one.
Everybody moves up, though, so, Gudgeon 1-0, looking to put something in play. You can get a couple more runs. You still got Gerbrock at third and Dancer at second now.
Makes it 6-2. The 1-0 by Nielsen. That's inside.
Might have been up a little bit, but yeah, right in on the hands.
2 balls, no strikes. Gudgeon.
There's his first strike. So
strike one.
2-1.
Lower portion of the strike zone. Gets the call. 2-1. Here it comes. Gudgeon gonna foul it away to the backstop.
Dang, got our
2-2.
camera.
I've never seen that one thing get hit yet.
Hey,
Don't
I've
want to
seen
see
it close, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything hit it.
No. 2-2. Nielsen waits, sets, delivers. Down low, 3-2. The 3-2. Gudgeon's going to drive one, foul. Did he hit that a mile?
Yep, onto the track, or over the track. We'll do the full count pitch again.
The 3-2 do-over. Here it comes. Gudgeon's going to take ball 4. He's going to reload the bases again.
Meester, who got hit in the head last time, so
Brings up the shortstop.
we're going to have, I assume we're going to have, Decker going to come run for Gudgeon.
Cam Decker running for Gudgeon.
So Gerbrock on third, Dancer on second, Gudgeon on first.
Decker on first.
Oh, excuse me, Decker on first. And Colin Meester.
Meester, who got hit last time up. Took one in the helmet.
Yep. Meester, 394 hitter, 4 RBIs this year. Takes strike one.
Well, and that was in what was the last batter for Larson.
Mm-hmm. The 0-1. Pitch is up high, 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Base pads full of Wolverines. The pitch. Oh, and he Dubs it foul.
Just caught the edge of that.
1 and 2. Meester is 0 for 3. Here comes the 1-2 by Nielsen. He's going to drive one into right center field.
Center fielder is back on it and will
That
make
makes
the
the
play
play.
to end the inning. But the Wolverines plate 6
And the center
go to the
fielder
top of the
makes play for
6th.
the third out.
Wolverines lead this 6-2. We'll be back after this.
Yep.
All right, as the ball goes down, we are back here for the top of the 6th. Wolverines have flipped this one, are leading it now 6-2 after quite the big inning there in the bottom of the 5th. So Gudgeon will be back on the mound for another inning of work. We believe he's about 73 pitches.
Andrew Thies.
Thies going to lead it off for the Lions. Gudgeon set. First pitch.
Driven off to the right. Foul.
Well, and
Strike
Brad, I'll
one.
tell you, if you're Gudgeon, you got to have some energy right now
Oh, for
after
sure.
that inning.
Yep. 1-0 or 0-1. Gudgeon takes
Just in.
Yep. Delivers a pitch high and inside. 1-1.
Didn't get quite the break he wanted on it.
Curveball misses outside.
Just missed.
2-1. The 2-1 delivery.
That
Fouled
one's
away.
back.
2-2.
Well, here you go. If you're Gudgeon, go get him here and just keep working your way through.
Yep. Thies, Jepson, and Nielsen. Here comes the 2-2.
Good
Good
pitch.
pitch. Got him looking.
Curveball broke.
The strikeout, Thies.
5 strikeouts now for Ryan Gudgeon.
Keaton Jepson.
Well, Jepson went from right field to pitcher back to right field. So
He had his.
all in that same inning.
Yep, he got his steps in that inning.
But again, patient hitting by the Wolverines, taking what was
Yep.
there. Didn't get overexcited. Gudgeon with his first pitch.
Ooh,
Jepson
decent.
shows bunt.
And that lays it down. Dancer fields
Dancer
it
was coming in quick, though. Great play,
and makes
Dancer
the play.
to Nielsen for out number 2.
The out on bunt attempt.
Well, Dancer has good speed, so once he's seen that square, he was in on the charge.
And he doesn't hesitate. That's the thing
Nope.
is when he sees that, he's coming hard. And now Nelson, the new pitcher.
0 for 2. The pitch. Just down low, ball 1. If he would reach, it would be Jackson Anderson on deck.
Just out.
Ball 2. 2-0. Gudgeon has to fight back here. The 2-0.
Good pitch.
Got him swinging 2-1.
Just threw that one right by him.
Two balls, one strike. The pitch.
Just missed.
3-1. Here's the 3-1. Strike two. Another full count. With 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. Gudgeon's going to
Ground ball to Meester.
gloves it. Fires. In time. The foot was on. And the Lions go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th after this.
All right, ball's down. We're up here for the bottom of the 6th. Wolverines still lead this one 6-2. It's going to be Costello to start this one off for the Wolverines.
Be Costello, Texter, and Bolus. Costello looking to get on here.
I'll tell you, Brad, this is not the part of the lineup I want to see for the Wolverines.
No.
Especially if you haven't faced them before.
Nielsen throwing 27 pitches so far in that last inning.
Yeah, Nelson's going to have a tough one here.
The pitch. Costello pops
Bunts,
it up. Oh,
down, and he's going to beat it out.
Oh, my. Oh.
Hey, anyway on.
Yep.
But base hit for Costello.
It's another hit for the Wolverines.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Texter.
Well, and that's something we've seen out of Costello before. He hasn't done it much because he's shown a lot of pop this year, but he is definitely capable of putting that down anytime he wants.
Brings in Lou Texter, the DH. The pitch. Lou takes strike one outside portion.
As is normal.
Yep.
We'll see. Costello hasn't had a chance to do much on the base paths tonight. So we'll see what he can do here.
Delarose holding him on. That's going to be in tight on Lou. 1-1.
I'll tell you, Brad, Lou took one square in the back last night in that first game. Top of the first.
Nice.
Square in the back. He turned around and said something, not out loud. He mouthed it, but you could read his lips.
Ooh, swings and misses. Strike two. 1-2. Only takes one. And a 1-2 count. Nielsen fires. Outside, 2-2.
Yeah, that was Anderson jumped up like he was going to throw that one to first, but you got to throw that through number 3.
Yep. 2-2 on Lou Texter. Here's the pitch. Lou's going to chop one foul. Stays alive.
now, that's what you got to do is just keep hanging in there.
Two and two. Do-over. Costello has his lead. Mercy. Full count.
Lou works at full here.
Just in on the hands for a 3-2 count.
Nelson trying to figure out where the zone is right now. He's talking. I don't know if he's talking to his catcher or the ump, but
the 3-2. That's outside, and Lou's going to have a walk.
Well, lost him. That's going to put runners on first and second. Bolus, who's been, he walked his last time, but as part of that big run they had there in the last inning.
Bolus
hit his first one up the middle and
was hit by a pitch.
It's been a little bit of everything.
Yep. Down low, 1-0.
In. Well, and right now, Nelson's struggling a little bit to find that zone. I think that non-third strike call on Lou threw him a little bit, got him off his game.
Frustrated him. 1-0.
Well, Andrew's seeing a whole bunch of lefties right now.
Here's Nielsen's pitch. He squares to bunt.
Pulls it away. Throw is down to second.
He's going to
got in.
Safe.
That was a heck of a throw, though, by Anderson.
2-0.
Yep, he pulled it back. I think the guys are so used to him being able to get the any pitch down.
The 2-0.
Nope.
One foul. 2-1.
If there's anybody who does I don't know if there's anybody on this team does a better job of bunting bad pitches.
Then Keegan Bolus.
Bolus does a good job of it, so.
The 2-1 by Nielsen. And a drive one foul out of play. Off to the left.
Well, and this is what you want him to do. You want him to just hang in there and keep fighting. Try and find a way on base.
2-2. That's upstairs. 3-2.
Well, and I'll tell you, Brad, that's one thing that, having watched these guys hit this year, that's one thing that these guys don't really swing at bad pitches.
Nope.
And that one skips in. Bolus going to take another walk. Wolverines have been patient here in the last few innings.
4 walks given up by Nielsen.
And now you bring up the bases loaded with Walston coming up. Walston's been patient tonight at the plate. We'll look for him to keep doing that. But if you see something down the middle you like, it's a good time to get your arms extended. Outfielders are shallow.
Base pads full of Wolverines. Here's the first pitch. Walston.
And throws down. Does not get Costello, who's back.
Safely. On a 1-0 count. One ball, no strikes. Nelson. That's way outside. 2-0.
Costello back again. Yeah, Nielsen plays for us, Brad.
Yep. Nelson. You know, at the beginning I had a Nielsen on first and a Nelson on playing first. So
yes. So
give me a little credit.
I understand. It's just one letter.
Costello nubs it.
That's a foul ball. I think he fouled it off his foot. He's done that a few times here this year.
2-1.
Micah up here ready to
see another pitch from Nelson. He swings and misses. Strike 2.
Well, and I think he sees the same thing we do. Those outfielders are extremely shallow.
Yep. But you don't have to kill it.
Nope.
The 2-2. Up high, 3-2.
All right, another full count. Wolverines have, like I said, Wolverines have been really patient the last couple innings.
the 3-2 payoff. Swung and missed, strike 3.
First out.
The strikeout will bring up the second baseman, Gavin Jabrock.
Second strikeout for Nielsen. Goes along with 4 walks and 1 hit.
Here comes Jabrock. First one in tight.
1-0. He's 0 for 3. Reached on an error.
Well, and I'll tell you, I think Costello he's trying to get the throw down there.
That's outside. 2-0.
He's trying to get Anderson, throw that ball down to third and see if you can get one thrown away.
2-0 on the freshman, Gavin Jabrock. Jabrock takes one outside, 3-0.
Well, right here, you know what's happening. Everybody in this place knows he's taking one.
Jabrock, 3
But I don't
RBIs.
know as a freshman if he's not going to show the bunt. Ball 4.
That's going to be ball 4.
Walked in another one.
The walk, Jabrock scores
Scored
one,
Costello, and
and it brings up the catcher,
Cole McCumber comes up with 1 out, bases loaded, and we are going to have a visit to the mound. So this could be, I don't know if this will be it for Nelson or...
I don't have nowhere else to put this guy. Well, I do, but I think that could be McCumber.
I mean, at this point, with the 8-9 hitters, I mean, honestly, against any lineup, 8-9, you got to go after them.
Yep.
And I think right now he's trying to be too perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to throw strikes, and that's going to be. He's going to leave him on the mound. Quick conversation, and McCumber going to come up here and see if he can do something and continue to build this lead for the Wolverines.
So, base pad still full of Wolverines. The senior catcher, Cole McCumber, at the plate. McCumber takes strike 1 inside.
Couldn't have really hit that one.
No, but we've seen it called all night.
Yep. Well, and I think it's a case of the Wolverines are up on the plate. That's going to hit him, man. Bring another run in. Well, Texter will score on that one, and here comes Dancer. And running for him is going to be Aiden Walston. So we're going to have Aiden Walston come in and run for McCumber. Which, again, more speed. Wolverines, all their courtesy runners have got great speed.
For sure. Dancer in the box.
1 out.
The pitch. Strike 1. Rightfully so. I mean, take it.
Yep. Nope.
Hasn't shown.
Be patient here and find one you can get your arms out on.
Inside. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
One stayed up on Dancer. A good swing through
1
it.
and 2, though.
Yep.
Had a hack at it.
All right. Got to protect now.
The pitch. He's going to chop it foul.
Ooh, right at Gudgeon.
Glove it. We'll see a 1-2 do-over by Nelson. The 1-2. Dancer's going to line one in the hole. That's going to play to another one.
It's going to play 2 because here comes Jabrock.
So the RBI, 2 RBI single by Dancer.
Well, and here comes Gudgeon. And Brad, right here, Wolverine scored 2 more. We can end it in 6. A pair of 6-run innings will do it. But if you're Gudgeon, you just got to get yourself on here. Find something you can hit.
That pitch is outside.
Throw back down to second, trying to get Walston, who gets back.
1-0. One out yet. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 on. Gudgeon takes down low. Ball 2. Gudgeon, the 8th man to bat this inning.
Well, and we talked about the beginning of the order, or the beginning of the game. Gudgeon, Meester, Costello, the next 3 are the top 3 hitters on this team.
The 2-0 by Nelson. Outside.
Throw. Looked like he was going to throw it down to second, but just threw it right back.
3-0.
And you know what's coming. Gudgeon's going to show bunt.
Yep.
He's going to wave the bat around.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He does. There it is. Wave it around.
Pull it back. Ball 4.
4-pitch walk.
Walk to Gudgeon.
Loads.
And we're going to have a pitching change. As coach is coming back out. Running for Gudgeon will be Decker. And we're going to see who coach is going to bring in.
See where Nelson goes.
So they're going to move.
We have a lot of moves here.
Yeah, looks like Nelson's going to go to third.
Carney is out.
I think he's moving to center.
Okay. Let's see who the new pitcher's going to be
I think that's
first.
the center fielder. I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me until we see. Is that number 2?
I don't know. We'll have to see when he turns his back if he does. Lefty.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I think you're right. I think it's going to be the center fielder.
So, yeah, I think.
Now in the pitch for the Lions, Dylan Bieber.
So I think the third baseman went to center.
Carney in center. Who going to third?
Nelson.
You're going to have to bring a notebook.
I know.
Get all these changes.
Wolverines in action tomorrow night at home. JV starting at 5. Varsity to follow. That'll be Wapsie Valley. And on Thursday, Wolverines will be at Hudson with a JV then varsity game.
Speaking of Thursday, junior high will be playing right here Thursday as they'll play at the 7th grade will go to Dunkerton in the morning to play 2 and then come back and play Jessup here first game of the night, and then the 8th grade will follow right after that.
All right, Meester going to come up. Bases are loaded. Wolverines score 2, and this game is over.
Now up for the Wolverines, shortstop Colin Meester.
Meester against the left-handed Bieber. Nubs one foul.
Fouled it off his foot. Strike 1. Foot, leg, ankle, something.
Yeah, something. Lower part.
Bieber set and fires. Ball
Up
up.
high.
1-1.
Clear Lake's in action tomorrow also.
Meester hits it deep.
Holy smokes, did he
He turned
hit
on that one. Left fielder drifts back, makes the catch at the wall. That is going to score one more.
So the long fly out.
As Walston comes across. It's a good sack fly.
Makes the score 11-2.
It's going to bring up
Brings up the center fielder.
Carson Costello.
Costello, the 10th man to bat. Like Clear Lake's in action tomorrow against St. Edmunds.
On this battle right here between Bieber and Costello should be a good one. Lefty on lefty. First pitch is a ball. Oops. Reset.
Costello's already scored once this inning.
Nope. Dancer at second. Second
Ball
pitch
2.
is ball.
Bieber's next pitch.
Ball 3. 3-0 to Costello. And Lou Texter on deck. Costello shows bunt. Pulls it back,
Take
strike one.
1.
Which I think he wants to swing. So
Yep.
for him, that's what he wanted to see. But great hitters count right here, 3-1. And ball 4 is going to walk Costello, bringing up Lou Texter with 2 outs. And some way we're going to be done with this inning right here. Either
For sure.
if Lou gets on at all, we're going to score that run, and that's going to end the game.
2 outs. Bases full of Wolverines. The pitch down low.
1. I'll tell you, Brad, the Wolverines have, as patient as they've been the last 2 innings. There's a strike. 1-1. Lou hits one into center. Center fielder is going to get underneath it and end the inning, but the Wolverines score 5, lead it 11-2. Top of the 7th coming up after this. All right, McCumber throws it down, and we're ready here for the top of the 7th. Wolverines up 9, have plenty to play with as Clear Lake is coming to its last at bat.
Trail 11-2. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for.
Well, and if you're Gudgeon, who's back on to finish this one out,
Just throw strikes.
you throw strikes and get outs.
The pitch. Ball
Up.
high.
And just didn't quite drop enough for him.
1-0. The pitch. That's ball
Up
2.
again. Well, and here again, I'm going to imagine that I don't know what you say his pitch count was going into this inning.
85.
So 85.
Driven into.
Yep, that's a good base hit up the middle. Costello was able to find it. But
6 hits.
Brings up number 22, Cade Dillero.
6 or 7.
I got 6, but it could be 7.
Okay.
What do you have?
I had it at 6, but I'll agree with you. I might have added 1.
Well,
I tend to just make stuff up as we
Yep.
go along. So
Dillero takes ball low. Ball 1.
well, and here the question is, how long does Coach Martin let Gudgeon go here? You've got a couple of guys who could give you 3 outs. That one's
Just
up.
up. 2-0. I think the strike zone is now shrunk. But 2-0. Strike
There's the strike.
1.
Sometimes you just got to get that first one
Yep.
across.
The 2-1. That's high. 3-1.
Well, and I'll say with the length this game has gone, Brad, I think we'll bring our player of the game up tomorrow night with
Yeah.
Coach Martin during the JV game. There's
Strike
a
2. 2 and
Full count here.
we got 3 and 2.
Runner at first.
The 3-2. Oh, Gudgeon.
Fakes the throw back just to keep him honest. It looks like that is the courtesy runner, Johnson again. Ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out.
Well, the first walk given up by Gudgeon tonight. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know. Might be.
I think it's the first walk. I don't see any. Just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That pitch is up high, 2-0. Don't see anybody warming up yet.
No, we haven't even. Coach Martin is out of the dugout, so this might be
The last batter.
the last batter.
That's inside. 3-0.
Right now, Gudgeon's kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm. The 3-0 pitch. They show bunt. And that's going to be ball 4.
Yep.
So,
And here comes Martin.
so now a little bit of tide turning here. And now the Lions have bases loaded with no outs. We'll see what the...
And it brings up number 21, Hudson Carney.
brings in the top of the order. See if I can figure out hits here. 1, 2.
Martin chatting with the guys here. McCumber's going to head back. It looks like it's going to be Jabrock is going to come in.
4.
So it looks like we're going to have Jabrock come in to pitch. And I'm going to guess Gudgeon goes to second then. So freshman.
Into pitch, Gavin Jabrock.
See, umpire just walking away.
Move to second base.
One, 2, 3, 4.
So we see Jabrock get his
5.
warm-up pitches. I believe his first outing at the varsity level. Brad took my papers. Yep, first outing here. First time on the mound at the varsity level. I've seen him throw some JV, though. So, know he can go out there and throw strikes.
Yeah, on my book, I got 6 hits.
Okay.
1 was an error.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what I added. I probably
okay.
added one when I shouldn't have. All right, so Jabrock done with his warm-ups, and we're going to be ready to go here.
I'm sorry.
So he's going to come in here with bases loaded and nobody out. Just
Yeah.
looking for 3 outs is
Yep.
all the Wolverines are looking for.
Top of the order.
Just take what you can get.
Yep. A little bit of flip-flop. Gudgeon, like Joe said, goes to second.
First pitch.
Throws gas right by Carney.
Yep. And that's a little difference here with Jabrock, as he throws a little bit harder than Gudgeon does, so it's going to get the eyes moving a little bit quicker.
Tailed inside a little bit. Had a little movement on that. The 0-1. That gets away.
But
Not far enough.
McCumber with great hustle.
1-1.
Johnson was not coming home on that.
Nope. One ball, 1 strike. Swing and miss, strike 2. Gudgeon's 1-2 pitch to Carney. blew it by him. Strikeout number one.
Well, first batter faced in the varsity level gets that first strikeout.
Brings up number 6, Luke Herman.
Oh, and you're not coming in against the bottom of an order. You're coming
No,
against 1,
that's
2,
right.
and 3. So
One out. Jabrock's pitch is
Just
just up high. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery by Jabrock. Lifted high, foul, out of play. Watch out, people.
and nobody had a clue where it was.
1-1. I have Gudgeon at 98 pitches. Unofficially. 1-1. Jabrock stares in at McCumber, kicks and fires. That's inside. 2-1.
Well, and as hard as he throws, it's hard to stay in there on those. So now if he comes back with something, on that inner or outer edge.
Yep. The 2-1. That's driven foul out of play. That one was hit a mile. Whew.
Yeah, he jumped on that one. Well, but it's just a long strike here, so 2-2.
Yep.
With one out.
Yep. Kind of like shooting a three-pointer with your foot on the line.
No, that's worse shot in basketball.
The 2-2. Jabrock
Got him.
Got him. Swinging.
Jeez.
Strikeout number 2. 2 outs.
Just throws heat by him.
Brings up number 5.
Number 2.
Number 2, Dylan Bieber.
Well, and here comes Bieber, the new pitcher for the Lions.
Throws lefty. Bats righty. Jabrock starts him off, ball outside.
Well, and I'll tell you who this has got to be tough on is McCumber, because he just caught an entire game from Gudgeon, and then Jabrock comes in throwing gas.
Kudos to him. The 1-0.
Good pitch.
Strike number 1. Base pad still full of Lions.
Yeah, right where they were when Jabrock came in. Just missed it, just low. But he's gone. I mean, 2-1 on the last batter. I believe he went 2-1 on the first guy you saw, too. So, yeah, in familiar territory for Jabrock.
The 2-1 delivery.
A little low.
3-1.
He wanted that one back. He felt that he overthrew that one a little bit, I think. So, but 3-1, 2 outs still. So, plenty to work with.
Walking a run doesn't hurt anything. But the 3-1 delivery by the freshman.
Up high, which is fine. So, again, that's going to score 1. But,
And it brings up number 5, Andrew Feast.
I mean, really, it's better than grooving one to him.
Yep.
So, but here again, you reset yourself.
2 outs.
Go right away, get him.
The first pitch by Tathis. Got him swinging. Strike 1.
Well, again, as we said, that's the biggest difference is what Gudgeon throws to what Jabrock throws.
Yep.
It's completely different.
0-1. Strike 2. 0-2 on the number 4 hitter, Andrew Thies.
Well, and we'll see what he does right here. Way up.
Lifted high, foul.
That's gonna
Watch
be
out.
Out of play.
Lives to see another one.
But a nice pitch right there by Jabrock.
You don't see it from Jabrock, but you could take something off this and get him way out front, but I've just known him to throw gas. That one was a little...
Overthrew, and that's going to bring a run in,
Yep.
which is fine. Again, it's not a big deal.
Pitch to score a run.
And you can see Jabrock taps his chest, said that's on me, which he knew. Just tried to blow it by him.
Everybody moves up, makes the score 11-4. 1-2 on Thies.
Get set. Here we go.
The 1-2. Fouled away again.
But still a good pitch again, and Thies wasted a good one.
One and two.
Brad's gonna cough up a lung, but we're all right.
Okay. 1-2.
Rock sets. Here we go.
Blew
Blew
it
it by him.
Mace.
Well, Brad, I'll tell you, Rock comes in, strikes out the side with a couple of blurps in there, but Wolverines come out and win this one 11-4. Gudgeon gets his win tonight. Which I was trying to figure this out here. I had him here. There we go. Gudgeon get his second win on the year. Really, though, Brad, this looked like it was going to be looked like it might have gone the other way, really, but the Wolverines were able to just keep battling and hang in there, and had a 6-run inning and a 5-run inning, but did it a lot by just being patient at the plate.
Yeah, and they stuck with it, and not to give up. Made Larson throw pitches, and we talked about it. They seen 3 pitchers that in 2 innings.
Yep.
And really got to Clear Lake, put a,
Well, and we talked about this with Clear Lake. I mean, this is a team that plays a lot of close games, and are going to go to 5-7 on the year. Wolverines going to go to 9-3, which again, early season, a couple of what I'll say struggle games, but really nothing that hasn't been where they've just not looked really not been just blown out.
No.
I mean, they've been close in every game. They played their way close in every game.
Yeah, and good job by Gudgeon to hang in there. I mean, clearly some innings he was easily frustrated with the balls and strikes being called, but hung in there, shot the strike zone, and
And as fiery as he is, it's just something you're going to get from him. So he gets fired up, whether he's pitching well or struggling. But I thought he did an excellent job tonight and really got after it. So super happy with the Wolverines getting out of here with a win.
Yeah, exactly. So Wapsie Valley comes to town tomorrow.
Yeah, back into the NICL.
Yep.
I mean, it's a crossover game, but it's still an NICL team, an old rivalry, and a team, really, Brad, that we've struggled against.
Yes, we have.
We haven't looked good against Wapsie most nights, and so we need to come out tomorrow night and be a little more sharp on early on and really get after these guys right away.
Yeah. Jabrock, I mean, you talked about it coming in, throwing those last, striking out the side, throwing 20 pitches approximately. Just gives you that extra person besides Lou to close out a ball game.
Well, and you knew you weren't going to have Lou
Nope.
tonight. He threw the whole game. He threw 100-some pitches last night, and I know his arm has been a little bit sore, but that was obviously the reason he DH'd tonight instead of playing first.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, again, you talk about it, Aiden Nielsen comes in and plays first and does a good job holding down first base. Jabrock came in and played second, did a good job tonight. I thought, all in all, the Wolverines' defense looked pretty good.
Did great.
We had one error, which, again, we talk about not giving them free stuff. That was exactly it. One error is great. We'll take it because you're in a hard time being perfect all the time.
Yep. On a night where we've seen the top 4 batters from Dike-New Hartford struggle.
Yep.
And against, good pitching from Clear Lake, and the Wolverines pull out this 11-4 victory. I mean, aided by quite a few walks, but still, you don't see that very often either with the top 4 struggling with this Dike-New Hartford lineup.
Well, and like you said, they're going to get one more game tomorrow night against Wapsie before they see another NICL Central opponent in Hudson. But that's at Hudson, single game over there on Thursday. So
you said how many pitches did Costello throw? So who?
I think he threw over 100 as well.
Okay.
I mean, he went 6 innings, and he went 6. Lou went 5, but Lou threw more pitches in his 5, I think. I think it was about even.
Okay.
But Bolus came in and got an inning in the first game, and Dancer threw 2 in the second game. So I think those guys are both available going forward. I think you also have Decker still.
Yep.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you still have Decker is available, and So I'm going to say I'm saying you're probably going to hold Costello for Monday against Denver.
Yep. Well, I don't know who you.
I don't
throw.
think you can throw him against Hudson. I don't think he's had enough rest.
Okay.
So I think your best option there is going to throw him against Denver on Monday, probably in game 1.
Yep.
We'll have both those games because that's here.
That's varsity doubleheader.
So Monday, and I think the next 3 Mondays we've got, or the next 2. So we had it yesterday. We've got 2, and then the next Monday is Columbus for 2.
Yep.
So I think the Wolverines are really getting down to the nitty gritty here in the conference.
Yes.
But I thought Jabrock played well tonight. And then when they asked him to come in there at the end, he comes in. He obviously comes in and throws heat.
Yep.
I've seen him throw a little bit of off speed, but not very much. So I don't think he has much for an off speed pitch right now. But he's a freshman, so
yeah, and you can develop pitches on that kid.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
going to make him more effective in the long run.
And right now, if everybody knows he throws gas, you're coming in looking for gas.
Yep.
And again, we talked about he just adds to that roster of another pitcher who throws a little bit different than everybody else.
Yep.
And you can't sit on the same stuff you sit on with you can't sit on what you sit on with Gudgeon.
No.
You can't sit on that with Jabrock. You can't do. I mean, there again, Lou, same thing. We talked about that a year ago, where Lou does such a good job of being that kind of that different guy.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of Lou in a nutshell, but he does a really good job of that. So I think that's something that if Jabrock comes in and can throw heat, even if you only need him for a batter or 2,
yeah, exactly.
Let him come in, throw some gas,
Yep.
and get out of there. So, no, all in all, great game by the Wolverines tonight. I was happy with the way they played. I thought we'll talk to Coach Martin tomorrow because I think he'll feel the same way.
Yep.
But we'll chat with him tomorrow night during the JV game. So if you join us on that, you'll be able to catch our interview with him.
Maybe catch an interview with our.
Yeah, we'll figure out I don't know who our player of the game is. That was my biggest problem.
Yep. If we'll do a player of the game or if we'll just do one of the seniors.
I think that's what we might do tomorrow night. Just grab a senior. And I got one in mind that we can drag up here. Which
are you thinking the catcher? Weren't you thinking that?
He was one of them that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of one. Another. We'll talk when we get off air because if it's who I'm thinking, I don't want to spoil the surprise for everybody.
Okay.
So join us for the JV game tomorrow night because we might have some special guests.
You never know. Exactly right. So with that being said, the Wolverines pull out an 11-4 victory. You want to come back, and Joe and I will be back here tomorrow. With that being said, for Joe Huck, this is Brad Eichenberg. And we'll talk to you tomorrow when Wapsie Valley comes to town for a JV varsity doubleheader. See you then.